Good morning. Welcome to virtual PurpleStride Boise. My name is Nicole Velasquez and I am the Boise Affiliate Chair. Although we might be disappointed that we can't be together this morning, there's one thing that I am sure of. Together, we are a powerful purple community that can't be stopped. I'm so excited this morning as we are celebrating our 10th anniversary of PurpleStride. I would like to thank all of the volunteers and all of the participants that have been with us throughout these years and have enabled us to have successful Purple Strides year after year. We couldn't have done it without you all, and we are so grateful for your participation. Thank you so much for joining us in the fight against pancreatic cancer.
In the dark at 5 a.m. on September 10, 2011, a group of volunteers, many of whom we didn't know, turned out at Ann Morrison Park to help set up Boise's first Purple Stride. Overwhelmed with emotion and gratitude, we knew that this was just the beginning.
Good morning. I'm Steve Shannon from KIZ and Kiss 92.3. Delighted and honored to be asked to host this year's Purple Stride once again. I can't believe I've been doing this since 2013, so this is my 8th year as host of Purple Stride. What's even more unbelievable is they keep asking me to come back every single year. Sadly, we're not able to be at the Old Timers Shelter at Ann Morrison Park this year. It's always such a beautiful, spectacular morning to be part of all this. But hey, thank you so much for joining us this year, and hopefully we can raise a ton of money. We've got some great stuff coming up for you in just a little bit.
As you watch this ceremony from home today, we would like to encourage you to participate remotely from home today. Please make sure that you're sharing on your social media where you are striding, who you are honoring, share your photos, share your videos, share your purple today. As you do so, don't forget to use the hashtags #PurpleStride and #PSBoise2020. Don't forget to visit our virtual event village. As you're navigating the village and taking a look at our sponsors today, you're going to find some other things that will interest you. You will also find some coloring pages for the kids, Shop Purple, where you can purchase your gear, and stories about the volunteers and how can you volunteer for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Lastly, a scavenger hunt. Don't forget the scavenger hunt because you could have a chance to earn a great prize.
Next, we want to give a shout out to all the caregivers out there. Caregivers are a survivor's anchor. Your efforts can be as fulfilling as they are challenging, right? We want to recognize all of you who provide comfort with your hands and especially with your heart and give hope to the one that you love who's battling this horrific disease. It's wonderful to be seeing the faces of so many survivor selfies this morning as we do Purple Stride virtually for the first time ever. But we know that many of us come to Purple Stride to wage hope in memory of a loved one. So if you can, take the time to post a picture of your loved one on our virtual honor wall. Our loved ones may be gone, but they're not forgotten. We are fueled by their memory to wage hope and to demand better.
And we'll fight harder.
Now, this movement is powered by extraordinary people like our survivor speaker today. I am so honored to be able to introduce to you Tammy Goodell.
Hi, my name is Tammy Goodell, and I'm a pancreatic cancer survivor. I found out I had pancreatic cancer because I had a funny little pain in my abdomen that moved to my back, and there didn't seem to be any reason for it. But I did have a history of cancer, and so when I talked to my doctor, he took it very seriously, and we got the tests necessary to figure out what was going on with me. The diagnosis of pancreatic cancer was just terrifying. I was so frightened hearing those words, with the only thing I knew about it was, basically the celebrities who've had it, and it never ended well. So I was scared, and I'm a wife and a mother and a grandmother, and I knew I wanted to be around for a long, long time. And so when I went to meet with my oncologist, and she sat me down and said, "Tammy, we are going for a cure," that is exactly what I needed to hear. That was that first glimmer of hope for me that maybe this wasn't going to be a death sentence. And it wasn't. I was very fortunate. And this is something that I think we need to work on in this community, is early detection. I found it relatively early. And so, I went through chemo, I had surgery and radiation. And, after a year or so, I'm happy to tell you that today I'm cancer free. Um, the one of the greatest things was to find out that there were so many resources out there that there didn't used to be for pancreatic cancer patients. And just doing an online search, I found the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, and I engaged with them right away, got into their patient central, and they were just a wealth of resources and knowledge, and their service was so helpful to me. They really cared. One of the really cool things that they have now is a program called Know Your Tumor, where they actually take a sample of your tumor and do a molecular profile to make sure that the chemotherapy that I was getting was the right one for my tumor. That's just one of the many things that they've done for me through this journey. And probably the most important thing was really getting on the website and seeing all the survivor stories and realizing that there were a lot of people out there who were surviving and thriving after their pancreatic cancer diagnosis. And I just didn't know that. And so I needed that. I needed that steady diet of hope for my own journey. I also was able to meet people locally at our Boise affiliate when we got involved in PurpleStride, and met people who now I consider friends, and met people who have been surviving the cancer diagnosis for years, up to 18 years. And so what I'd like to tell you all is, if you're facing this disease or you know someone who is, don't give up hope. If you need to get a second and third opinion, do it. Be your own advocate for your own health and your own best outcome. And surround yourself with people who are believers, believe that you can survive this. So that's my message to you, is don't give up hope.
Thank you so much, Tammy. I tell you what, if you need anything to motivate you today, Tammy's story clearly shows us why we're all here. Unfortunately, we can't bring all the survivors on stage this morning. That's my favorite part of PurpleStride, but we'd still love to see all your beautiful faces of hope. So please post a selfie wearing your purple on our honor wall and or on your social media. If you can do that, you are an inspiration to everybody here at PurpleStride today.
Let's take a moment to express our gratitude to this year's generous sponsors. National Presenting Sponsor, Bristol Myers Squibb. Presenting Sponsor, Idaho Gastroenterology Associates. National Gold Sponsors, AbbVie and Ipsen Biopharmaceuticals. Gold Sponsors, St. Luke's, Optum Idaho, Lamar Advertising, and Kissin 92.3. Silver Sponsors, Idaho Power and Idaho Power Employee Community Funds. Bronze Sponsor, KBOI 2 News.
Please take some time today to tell us why you are striding. Post those striding stories on your social media and on our honor wall. I am honored to introduce to you our logistics chair, Katie Palmer, as she shares with you why she strides.
Hello, my name is Katie Palmer, and I'd like to share with you my why on why I stride PurpleStride Boise. As many of you can probably relate, I really hadn't heard of pancreatic cancer before my mom got diagnosed in 2015. However, after her diagnosis, I went to the best doctor around, Dr. Google, and started doing research on what this cancer was and quickly realized that this is one of the deadliest cancers out there. Instead of getting mired by the dismal statistics of survival that were offered to me by the internet, I got plugged into the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, where we learned about the resources for both patients and caregivers, about how to provide the best care for my mom possible. It is through research projects like the ones that Pancreatic Cancer Action Network funds that I believe my mom's survival was extended to almost 4 years. My mom passed away August 15th, 2020 from pancreatic cancer. However, we had 4 years that I think we would have not gotten without the research advancements that Pancreatic Cancer Action Network funds. I hope that we are able to hear what your why is and wage hope together. Thank you.
Well, typically, this is a point in PurpleStride where we bring our top fundraisers and fundraising teams up on stage and we recognize them. But naturally, we can't do that in person this year. But we want to encourage everybody to just keep fundraising today and beyond.
Love to our top 3 teams: Fink's Fantastic Fans, Fishing for a Cure, and Pancreatic Purple Mermaids. Our top 3 individuals this year are Mandy Swain, Belinda Fisher, and Dawn Palmer.
And we'll fight harder, and we'll laugh louder, and we'll learn to love like we never loved before. So when you feel lost or you wanna hide, it's the worst night of your life. I'm by your side, and hope's alive. So when you wanna laugh, when you wanna cry, I know what's wrong when you say you're fine. I'm by your side, and hope's alive. Hope's alive. Time moves so fast. All I wanna do is make the moment last. Changes never come until you make them. We still got today and we're not breaking. No, stand up, don't waste it. And we'll start fires, and we'll burn brighter, and we'll learn to love like we never loved.
Thank you to everyone for spending their morning virtually striding with the pancreatic cancer community. Together, as sponsors, striders, volunteers, and donors, we have made a difference in the fight against pancreatic cancer. We have shown Boise what a passionate and powerful force that we are. Together, we have improved the lives of patients and their families.
And we'll
Thank
fight
you and have a
harder,
great day.